Hi, my name is Danielle, and I'm like haven't contributed to my blog in like a really long time, so I've just been busy. Like I'm busy like all the fucking time. Just like explains like everything in my life right now. Today I'm doing Danielle's rant and rave. So just a space for, me to like get my anger out and like get my like troubles out. Lately, I've been feeling kind of restless. Like all the time. Like I'm so crazy. Like my friends are like, "You're crazy. You're like a crazy person." I'm like, "I know, I'm so crazy." I'm taking this this composition class. It's like 2:30 or 2:34 or something. And it's like such bullshit because you have to like write a paper like every like 2 weeks on like some topic. And then you have to like read. But one of the things that I know from the class that like I really like appreciate and like value and like love is this thing called a metaphor. And so a metaphor is like a thing that like a thing that like doesn't really stand for like the thing, but it's like a different thing, but it's not like specifically or like literally saying it, but it's like still like this thing. Well, I'm like obsessed with metaphors now. I'm like everywhere I go there's like a metaphor. Like I'm walking down the street and there's like this guy like walking by like drinking and like shouting, and I'm like, that's a metaphor for like a rhinoceros. I'm going to do a metaphor for how I feel right now and just how like I feel like very like taken advantage of. I feel like I need to say something about it in my blog because I don't think that anyone really knows like my intimate personal feelings, like I just think that like people should know. And I'm so crazy. So I forgot what my astrological sign is, but I think I'm an air sign or a water sign. I'm like this free-floating being, and which means that I'm just like all over the place. Like I'm crazy, and like people say I'm so crazy, and I'm like, I know. So I'm like this free-floating thing and like being and like person and like a manatee. And manatees are like really like nice creatures. Like they like don't eat anything, and they like just like float. And I feel like all these people and all these haters and like all of these like people that like are just mean are like the speedboats, because they like just come by and like chop up manatees. And like what, like that's perfect because like I'm like this manatee just like floating along and like minding my own business and like being me and just like doing me. And then there are like these speedboats and like these sharks that just like come by and like chop me up. Well, I am just sending this message out there to all of the underdogs and like all of the people who like feel like you're being like trampled on or like rushed over with speedboat blades. You're okay. And if you're a manatee, like even if you get chopped up by speedboats, you're gonna win in the end. Live, laugh, love. Like, do it. That's my rant for the day and my rave. And I'm just hoping that like more people start learning about metaphors and like take them on and like do stuff with them and like start using them in everyday like life and like conversation, because it's not just in like whatever book we read in my class. It's not just in like that book. But I actually think that if you say like or as, that means a simile. So I don't know if that's exactly a metaphor, but it's like almost the same thing. I have an appointment an hour ago. I actually had to go. But thanks for listening to my blog, and leave comments and hugs and kisses.